here with Karen Shore, who's the president of the Mooresville South Iredell Chamber of Commerce. Welcome to our show.
Yeah.
It is. I want to make sure I don't leave any words out there. But thank you for coming on the show. We're really glad to have you here.
Well, thank you for the invitation.
Karen, can you tell us about your background and how long you've been president of the Mooresville South Iredell Chamber of Commerce?
Very good.
Be glad to. August is actually my anniversary, and I have been in this position with the Mooresville South Iredell Chamber now for 3 years as president and CEO. Prior to that, I served with the Cabarrus Regional Chamber of Commerce just next door for about 8 years, and just have been very blessed to have landed in a career in the chamber industry. I came from a background of having owned my own business.
Now, what kind of business did you own?
It was a printing and marketing operation where I focused really as a broker to the printing industry, but developed a niche in working with smaller businesses where, and small business has always been my passion. Just found that a lot of times the smaller business cannot afford an ad agency to help coordinate a lot of their marketing materials, and so that was really my whole strategy, was to work with some political campaigns as well. But I've always had a great interest in politics with regard, again, to a lot of small business legislation, but worked with those small business owners that really needed that extra push in marketing their products and services.
That's kind of what the chamber does now too, is helping people
very much
market
so.
their business.
Yes,
That's a great fit.
yeah. So it really does feed well into what I do today.
And how have you seen business evolve over the couple of years that you've been doing this, from in the past when you worked with small businesses, and now of course you're talking to business owners every day? How have things changed over the past year, 2 years?
Well, I think they have, naturally, with the economic downturn as we've experienced it in recent years. But you know, we are in such a vibrant economy here in the state of North Carolina, and I've lived in and out of the state enough to know, you know, this is very different in North Carolina than it is in many parts of the country. We're very fortunate there, but I think that we were running at such a rapid pace for a while. This downturn has really served as somewhat of a correction to where it's forced business owners to really take a look internally. And you know, certainly we've seen some businesses really suffer, but I think it has forced everybody to look at financial resources, their human resources. You know, I read just recently where a lot of layoffs have taken place and companies have downsized. You know, they're sort of holding steady with that right now, because it's a financial boost not to have those costs and that overhead related to personnel. And so it's, you know, it works hand in glove with what we offer in the sense of helping business owners to really work and help self-develop their people. It's a very important factor of running any business.
Right, work with the people that you have, invest in some training and some development for them.
And you do provide a lot of seminars and courses.
We do. We work very closely with Mitchell Community College. We work very closely with the Small Business Administration and other organizations that offer those great resources, because you know, we want our businesses to really be fine-tuned, if you will, with regard to you know, how their people are working, and that is just so critical for any operation.
We have a lot of the seminars and stuff that you offer that are open to the public. We have them on our calendar on LKNSavings.com and our Lake Norman events calendar. So if viewers are watching and they're interested in seeing what kinds of resources are available, they can find it.
You know, that is something that we do open up to the public, not just our chamber members, because a lot of times folks just see the chamber as an events source, and naturally we host a lot of events because that gives people opportunity to connect. But you know, those educational opportunities are so very important in the terms of the workforce development work that we do.
The other thing about ordering over the internet, besides the hassle of having to return it, is that you're paying shipping. And I think, you know, you really don't do better on price by the time you go through all that than you would going into a local store and being able to see what you're getting and have the personal interaction that you have with the business owner.
Exactly.
Plus, if you have a problem, there's the businesses right there to stand behind it. And
right.
I think there's different selection. in the local businesses.
Well, and that personal service, that
Right.
customer service, which I think we have walked away from, and we need to get back to more of that personal contact. And if you really think about it, it's twofold as well, because if you're investing in that local business, and that business owner is typically very involved in the community and giving back in other ways other than just the investment of those products and services, it really is a huge ripple effect.
Right. Now, we've talked about how you work with the different businesses in the area. How are you involved in the towns? Because I know a lot of the towns right now are also trying to figure out ways to drive business into their local towns and to keep the small town feel for the people coming to shop, and getting away from going to the strip mall type environment.
Yes.
So how are you working with the towns to build that connection between the chamber and the various towns? And you, I guess, would be mostly downtown Mooresville.
It is, and also, on the outskirts of town where we have the local businesses that have opened up. It's it's very important that we continue to emphasize that that you do business locally, and we work hand in glove with the town of Mooresville and those officials. And I mean, we are so blessed to have a town that really invests back into the downtown. I mean, you see the recent improvements that have been done there, and we've had consultants come in from outside of the state, actually, that have said you just don't see a town like what we have here in Mooresville that invests back into what we really believe is the heart of the city, and all of that goes right along with providing what's needed for those businesses to survive.
Absolutely, and there's a lot of events going on as well that you get involved with, the festivals and the different miles of Mooresville, and
and
now the race. It's not race walk. It's the walk of.
It's the Walk of Fame.
Walk of Fame.
Right
That's
downtown.
really, that's really neat.
And folks don't realize the arts and cultural events that we have to offer. That Charles Mack Citizen Center is such an asset to us, and the children's theater, and the concert series, and they've been playing
art walk.
the movies on Main this summer. And it's just a great family environment that the downtown offers, and if folks haven't found their way into downtown, they need to.
Well, we appreciate all you do with the chamber, and we've been members now for almost a year. I guess maybe it is a year now. And it's really benefited our business a lot as well. So thank you for all that you do, and we're really glad you came on the show.
Our pleasure.
Nice having you.
Yes, great to be here. Thanks for what you ladies are doing as well.
Thank you very much.